Oh, Canada, indeed. Not quite as good as the Roger Doucette version from the old days of the Montreal Forum, but oh, Canada and oh, San Jose Sharks. They led the NHL today as far as representation on Team Canada, as we expected. 4-go defenseman Dan Boyle. On that number one line, it's Danny Heatley, Patrick Marleau, and Joe Thornton. We're going to take you out to HB Pavilion as Jumbo Joe's getting set to take on Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. First of all, Joe, welcome to Chronicle Live, presented by Autotrader.com. Greg Pop in studio, and congratulations to you. Tell me how you found out the news. I hear you got tipped off even before the announcement this morning at about 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah, I got the phone call early, about, I guess, 8 o'clock here. It was probably 11 o'clock back East Coast time, so it woke me up.
But your parents, I hear,
it was a pleasant surprise, though.
Yeah, it was a good phone call to get. And your mom and dad are in town. I hear they were watching the broadcast with your boss, Doug Wilson, so they watched it live. They were probably pretty excited for you, huh?
They're very excited, yeah. They up in Canada, this is all they've been talking about for the last 4 months. So they're very excited, and they'll be in Vancouver, and they'll be cheering us on for sure.
Yeah, how big of a deal is this? The last time your country hosted the Winter Games was Calgary, but that was many years ago. You've got a great squad, of course, and it's going to be in the Western United States as well, so we'll all be excited here in the Bay Area. How big of a deal is this? This is like a coast-to-coast event this morning, finding out who Stevie Y picked from Saskatoon, huh?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest event all year. They've been talking about this since probably 4 years ago in the last Olympics. So ever since the evaluation camp in late August, they've been talking about who's going to make the team, and they really do it day by day, whose stock went up, whose stock went down. So this is this is big back in the home country.
Yeah, you are from London, Ontario, Canada, but I read that you were naturalized as a U.S. citizen this July.
Yes.
So is it possible we could lure you away from Team Canada, Joe, and come play for Team USA? Is that even by the rules conceivable?
Well, I'm hoping, and it sounds pretty good, you're going to have the other Joe on the U.S. team. So at least you have one Joe, and I think one Joe on a team's good, except for the Sharks.
You're talking Pavelski. No, we want Jumbo Joe
Pavelski.
Here. If you go to Team Canada, if you go to Team Canada, Joe, you're going to be like on the third or fourth line. You come to Team USA, we'll put you right on the number one line, Joe. Come on.
Oh, that's awful. You should be the coach. You might lure me over there after all.
In all seriousness, tell me about the possibility that Coach Babcock puts you on that. I mean, the same line. I mean, we'll see how he does it, and the skill sets have to mesh. But it would make sense, wouldn't it, if you and Danny and Patty all play on the same line in the Olympic Games?
I think so. I think that's probably what they have penciled in right now, just because we're already going to be pretty familiar with each other. We've been playing pretty well with each other as well. So who knows? You know what Babs has in store, but I assume that we're probably all three going to start on the same line for sure. You
haven't spoken to him or Stevie Y about how they'll put you guys together at all?
No. Well, I think we have a conference call in January sometime, and then we'll find out in February who ultimately will be our line mates.
All right. Congratulations to you. We'll be paying close attention when the Winter Games start in February. But you guys have a reasonably important hockey game tonight against the Great Eight. Let me just talk about your season overall. You've got 44 assists through 39 games now at the midway point of the year. You got 10 goals. Compare what you're doing this year to the 05-06 year when you began in Boston, came to San Jose, and won both the scoring title that year and the Most Valuable Player award. Are you having as good a year as you did back then when you won both of those awards?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very similar. I think with the acquisition of Danny, for life as a passer, I like to pass the puck, and to have Patty and Danny on my line, it's pretty easy for me out there, to be honest with you. And I think in that season where we won those awards, I had Cheech that was very, very hot. He scored 56 goals that year. So for me, I'm having a good year, probably as good as that year, and hopefully we'll keep continuing to get better each and every night.
Yeah, we're all excited about tonight. Alex Ovechkin is a guy that I just marvel at, his tenacity. I've never seen a player as skilled as he is, so tough and so willing to mix it up. Did you guys ramp it up a little bit extra going up against a player of his caliber, Joe?
Well, I think when you play the better teams, you get amped up, and especially Alex is probably the best player in the world right now. So I think when you play top tier teams, top tier players, I think you get extra excited. And I know the fans here only have seen Alex probably once in his career, so they're going to be very pumped and very excited as well. So I expect us to bring our A game tonight.
Well, I'm pumped. I'm bringing my A game because we're going to have Alex Ovechkin on the show coming up in the next segment. Now, playing at home, Coach McClellan has the ability to make the last line change. So will he match up? Will your number one line go up against Alex tonight, do you think, line to line?
That's how he's been kind of playing it lately. Usually strength versus strength. So we'll see if we're playing against Alex and Nicholas Backstrom and Semin. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's what he has been doing in the past. Yeah.
All right, Joey, thank you so much for your time. We wish you the best of luck tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to lure you over to Team USA. You'd look good in red, white, and blue.
Come red, white, for the Americans. We'll have to wait and see.
We need you, Joe. We need you. Thank you, man. Good luck tonight.
Okay.